Hey guys, Wayne here. Today I'm going to show you how I make chili. This is something that I learned to make years ago and I thought I'd share it with you. I do have to tell you though, this is a mild chili. There is not a lot of heat to this. The reason being is I have a very bad stomach and I cannot have super spicy foods. But you can always add more heat to this recipe. Remember, this is just how I make it. You need to make it the way you want to eat it. So, without anything else, let's get right to it. Okay, for this recipe you will need 2 15-ounce cans of light red kidney beans, 2 15-ounce cans of tomato sauce, 1 whole onion chopped, 2 pounds of ground beef, some chili powder, and of course some salt and pepper. Okay, so what you want to do first is brown your hamburger. And what I do is I take my cast iron skillet, set my burner for medium-high heat, and then I add the onions right along with it. Mix that up really good. Get that cooking about halfway. Once it's cooked halfway, we're going to add some chili powder to the hamburger. So let's get that browned and cooked, stirred up, and then we'll be back. Okay, once you get it stirred up, add a little bit of salt to this. There's 2 pounds of hamburger there, so it's going to take a little bit. And then, of course, some pepper. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Fresh ground would be best, but I don't have a grinder right now, so that's what we're going to do. And then just give it another good stir. Okay, while your hamburger is browning, get you a pot and dump in your kidney beans. Now, there's going to be a lot of people that tell me that this is not necessary, but I always take a potato masher and mash my beans. This is the way Grandma taught me to do it. She says that it really helps get the flavor out of the beans. Now, of course, that's completely up to you. You don't have to squash your beans, but that is what I do. So, I'm going to do this, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, once your beans have been squashed, if you decide to do that, add both cans of your tomato sauce. And then what we'll do is set this aside until our hamburger's done. As you can see, the hamburger is almost done. What we're going to do now is take some of our chili powder and just sprinkle it right over the hamburger. And give that a stir. Don't need a lot, just a good sprinkle. Then what we'll do is go ahead and brown this until you don't see any more pink in the hamburger. Okay, so take your pot that you already have set aside and dump your hamburger and your onions right into it. And give it a stir. Okay, this is all stirred up. Now, this part is completely up to you, but you can actually take some tomato juice and make this a little juicier if you want. I find that once I get it stirred up, it usually ends up the consistency that I want. I like a little juice, but I also like it rich and meaty. And I like to dip peanut butter sandwiches down in it. So, I mean, obviously, it's chili. So, okay. So what we're going to do now is crank the heat up to high. What I want to do is get this to a boil. Once it's to a boil, then we'll knock it down to a simmer. So once you click that up to high, take some more chili powder. This is 2 tablespoons of chili powder. That, to me, gives me the perfect flavor for my taste. Now, this is the part where you can make it your own. You can throw peppers in there. You can throw more chili powder, less chili powder. Remember that you are the one that has to eat it. So, dump your chili powder in and give it a good stir. Now remember, once that comes to a boil, and then you drop the heat down to a simmer, we're going to leave that simmer for 1 hour. The reason we do that is it's going to marry all of those flavors together. Now you could also give this a taste. Taste it and see if the tomato flavor is too harsh, and you can add a little bit of sugar. I normally don't do that, but I mean, it's completely up to you. But what I am going to do, I am going to give it a little bit of a taste. Yep, that is going to be good. So, let's bring that up to a boil. We'll knock the heat down and let it simmer for about an hour, and then we'll be back. As you can see, we are boiling. Doing really good. Now, we're going to turn the heat down to a simmer. Give it a good stir. And clamp on the lid, stirring every 5 to 10 minutes for 1 hour. Okay, well, it's been simmering for an hour, so let's see how it looks. Oh yeah, rich and meaty chili. So now let's get it into a bowl and do the taste test. Now it's time for the taste test. At this point, you could put cheese on it if that's your thing. I like saltine crackers and peanut butter sandwiches with my chili. So let's give her a taste and see how it is. Still a little warm, but it's great. It's excellent chili. That is some good family history chili to me, and it's good comfort food. So what do you say we give her a taste with the peanut butter? Now, don't ask me however this got started, because I don't know. But I remember eating peanut butter with chili since I was a little kid. And now, I can't eat chili without it. Oh yeah. Yep, that takes me back. That is some good comfort food. Anyway, that is how I make my chili. Experiment with it. Make it your way. You're the one that's got to eat it, remember. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.